everybody. We are actually in the eye wall of a slightly stronger Ada. It is unbelievable. Whipping here.
This old job is always causing stress.
I'm tucking the truck here.
All I ever do is work. I don't get no rest.
Man, I got some video footage.
Night is on the way.
Crazy. Let me see if I can get outside.
Down in trouble water.
You just wouldn't believe how much rock in the truck is. Oh shit.
Oh, man, drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away.
We're in the eye of Ada here in Key Largo.
Among my friends.
Tremendous
I
weather
swear the page goes live again.
coming in. Currently. I'm semi-protected here by my truck, so no worries, but semi-protected. I don't want to get the camera wet, but man, the trees beside me are completely sideways. I'm not sure what the gusts are, but definitely this is the tropical storm. I think we're seeing a little higher gusts. I got the back turn right now, and trying to keep the camera from getting wet. We're in Key Largo. We're in the eye of Ada.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Everybody dancing? All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Oop, I hear myself. Everybody dancing? Why do I hear myself? I hear myself talking. Why do I hear myself? Oh, I didn't turn this off over here, maybe. I don't know. Well, what's up, everybody? This is Daily Brew. We're gonna we got echo in the room. Why do I have echo in my room? Let's see here. Let's refresh this. Oh, there I am. Okay. I'm good to go now. And a countdown. Man, we just struck out twice. In the game of baseball, I got 2 strikes against me. It's hard being a one-man band. All right. So here we are, everybody. Good to see you. It's our Daily Brew. And we're going to talk some weather. We got some weather to talk about out there today. Got some things cooking to kind of go over a little bit. Got some cold fronts, BOGO cold fronts. We got nor'easter setting up for the northeast. Got a big bad cold front coming down next week. Cooling things off a little bit. And maybe some storms. And California getting rocked out there. And yeah, so we'll get into all that. This is our coffee time. So we got our big cruise next week. We got our Mike's Weather Page cruise. Got over 100 people going. Can't wait. We will not be live next week officially. We'll be doing some lives from the ship, of course, some shenanigans. We'll definitely be doing some late night lives on TikTok. We don't get in trouble over there. But anyway, so we're really excited about that. We're doing our Brew Crew party on Sunday. Looking forward to meeting some folks over there for our shrimp boil and DJ party. So let's say hey to some folks. What's up, Sindel from North Carolina? What's up, Mr. Eric? Mr. Baseball Man. Slowly getting into baseball. I usually don't get into spring training that much. They go through so many players. Good morning, Mr. Bill Barber. John over on YouTube from the Villages. Richard Reamer, how's it going? We're coming to see you, your area. Tree Simpson, good morning. Emily Martin, gas boater. I got a boat that takes gas. Katie Haley, what's up? Jeffrey Benway. Yeah, that's right, buddy. Going cruising, man. Might need to bring flip-flops and shoes. Might be chilly a little bit on Thursday morning. So far, the weather looks great, though. That's right, Loretta Reed. Thank you, ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Tom, we're excited too, buddy. I am excited about the hurricane seminar. I put a lot of work into that thing, and I'll probably bore some people. But I'll talk for 45 minutes straight without a gasp of air. What's up, Miss Pam Hunter? How you doing? Gas Boaters, Tennessee. My man Morgan Wallen. Shelly Ross has been working so hard on the cruise. She has done a home run job. We got so many things for everybody. Big thanks to Furman sponsoring part of our cruise, giving everybody a nice big old beach towel with our logo on it. Everybody gets one of those. And we got stickers and koozies, and I got the MWP calendars, magnetic calendars for those on the ship, and some other good stuff. So let's talk weather. All right, buddy. We'll see you, Hunter. Hunter's doing so good, by the way. He's healthy. He's breathing good. He's the cutest little guy in the world. I love him. All right, so let's talk about weather. Now I got dog hair all over me. What is it about? You cannot have a brown dog with black shirts. That's for sure. Never a good thing. Here's the radar, by the way. That's what's happening right now. There's a cold front coming down. What's up, Mr. Bill? Cubs. What's up, Teresa? With the Buckies. Raining in Savannah. Yep, it's coming. You're right, Savannah. You ain't kidding. It's raining right now in Savannah. So this everybody jokes when I say BOGO. If you don't live in the South, BOGO is buy one get one, and we always have talked about that with hurricanes and little yellow and orange and red areas of interest. We've always called them BOGOs. Just a little thing I do. So we got BOGO cold fronts. We got one today and we got one Monday. This little guy might bring some storms later today in southern Georgia and northern Florida. We got to watch for that. It is going to make its way through the Florida Peninsula tonight, and it could make its way down to South Florida in the morning. Not a lot of storms with it. There is a little line right now, though. It's getting kind of hefty. Not a lot of jet stream support. We'll look at some future radar with that. The big one's coming after that, though, for sure. So, yeah, we got the car tomorrow, too, by the way. Katie Haley, check this out. So, Furman had this posted. I was going to show you this. Look at this cool video. So, the coolest thing ever. So, we got our Hurricane Awareness Machine racing Saturday tomorrow at Phoenix. Make sure you watch that on Fox Sports 1. It's powered by Furman, and also our buddy Frank from Coastal Claims helping sponsor. But they went up to Furman headquarters yesterday and brought their race car. They had a employee appreciation day. The driver Bailey Curry came, and the video they put together was awesome. It was really cool, man. They got to bring the race car to the Furman factory out west, and everybody there, I'm sure, loved it. Had a great time. What a cool thing, man. So props to them for that. I'm sure everybody there had a good time. A couple more things I had posted. Yesterday I did go out to the beach. I told everybody I was going to go Wednesday, or yesterday I did. I've never really experienced red tide living in Florida. I don't know why. I stay away from the waters when we have red tide, but I decided to go. And there was a lot of dead fish. I went to Honeymoon Island. There were people in the water. There was a ton of people still on the beach. A ton of people on the causeway going out there, Dunedin Causeway. But it did smell, and on the causeway there was a fish every couple feet, so it is bad. But hey, tourists, they don't seem to mind, but they have warnings of respiratory issues, respiratory alerts. It's real, and I don't think you really want to be swimming in the water. There's signs. They had red flags, purple flags flying. Red meaning, just basically stay out of the water, and purple meaning dangerous fish, which is, I don't know about the water. But I do have a link on my site. If you go to Mike's Weather page, if you're curious, if you're traveling down, if you're coming down to spring break, I have 2 links on my site for red tide. It's not everywhere. That's the important point I want to make. It's not everywhere. So some beaches might have it, some don't. So there it is. You can find it, red tide zoom. And it is a zoomable map here that you can see specific areas. And I was here. This is where I was yesterday, right here. But, you know, it is around Clearwater. You know, not so bad. St. Pete Beach, you know, I was talking to my good buddy Dylan Hubbard, educator. It's not everywhere. Just point that out. You can link and zoom and get a little closer and all that good stuff. So, enough of that. Let's talk about the weather real quick. So, Storm Prediction Center, again, showing this today. This is what we got. Boom. Boom. All right, so there you go. This is today. Storm Prediction Center outlook. Dark green, thunderstorms. Not sure, you know, tornado threat. There's always a tornado threat, but chance, not a threat. But this is, you know, I did put an estimated radar snapshot on this image I put out. This is 4 o'clock today. So this line is going to be pushing itself basically east-southeast. And we could have a heavy line nearing the Florida-Georgia line this evening, 4 or 5 o'clock. So, you know, if you're Jacksonville, Tallahassee, downward, this, you know, upper, this evening, you know, watch for storms as this thing rolls by, and it is going to make its way down south. It's not heavy, but let's show you what it's going to look like here as far as future radar goes, and then we'll talk about the big one coming next week. And of course, out west, I've already showed that a few times. We can go back to that real quick, but out west, this is a rare. This is rare to have high risk in floodings. That's pretty serious. They don't issue these high risk purple areas very often. So that's a big story out west. You know, I got family out west. You know, we got friends out west, and they're in a drought. This might help officially end the drought out west. So, you know, good news for that. But bad news is big flooding today, high risk today. And believe it or not, there's another round coming next Wednesday, another low pressure. These set up way to the north, and they spin in all this moisture. They call it an atmospheric river. They call it the Pineapple Express because sometimes that thing will stretch all the way from Hawaii all the way to the Pacific West Coast. So that's when you hear atmospheric river and you hear Pineapple Express, it's because you get a big old low. All that moisture feeds in almost around Hawaii and hits the West Coast. So that's the news there. But as far as future radar goes, let's take a look at that. Future radar for today. Give everybody a sense. And tonight, so there's going to be some sneaky rains down into Florida tonight. This is the first round today. So it is going to get a little rainy. Here we go. This is, let's go to 4 o'clock. I already showed 4 o'clock. There's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock right here. Boom, boom, boom. So, you know, this evening, if you got any plans across upper Gulf or upper Florida, you know, pay attention. That's a pretty hefty little line setting up tonight. So daytime heating will help fuel the storms a little bit. And there's your line of storms this evening. So anything going on Friday night, you might want to make indoor plans if you're in upper Florida, lower Georgia tonight. Overnight hours, sneaky now. Look, could be some sneaky little lines. This is 10, 11 o'clock tonight. We could have some rains coming in off the Gulf. Hard to tell, but it looks like there's going to be some lines of storms overnight. Could be some sneaky little rains, clouds. This is almost nearing midnight. This is about 10 o'clock tonight. So after Jacksonville, here's 10 o'clock tonight, St. Augustine, Daytona. There's this, you know, weak line overnight, and you'll see it. I mean, there's overnight. You know, here's midnight for the Cape, for Miss Shelley. Orlando, midnight tonight. And, you know, it'll lose a little pop, but it'll regenerate a little bit in the morning. Here's 7 in the morning. So we could have rain down in Fort Myers tomorrow morning. We could have rain entering Naples area tomorrow morning. So if you got any plans, Eric, you got a car show? Might be rainy down there coming in off that Gulf of Mexico tomorrow morning. And it does look like it tries to go all the way through. Here's South Miami tomorrow afternoon. So, you know, there's your line. That's what's happening right there. Boom, 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 boom. And it's kind of out of here for Sunday. So that's storm number 1 that we're talking about. So definitely going to, you know, impact some folks tonight. That's all I got to say about that. Have a Mill, what's up? Good morning. What's up, Paula? What's up, Jeff? Charles, South Carolina. Yeah, it's raining. Pollen. It's raining pollen. Red Tide or Portuguese Man of Wars. What is that? Are those the, is that Jellyfish Bill? What's up, James? Good morning, buddy. We're ready for the cruise, man. The car is powered by Furman generator. That's right, Mike. It sure is. Can't wait to see the car. Hopefully it goes more more than 8 laps. What's that there, Chris? Florida Water Keepers. I'll take a look at that, buddy. Morning there, Miss Cindy. Looking forward to the cruise. Yes, we are. Miss Sharkies. Jonathan Hedden. What's up, Hedden? How's it going, man? Let's see. I was just catching up on Colin, Paul. All right, so we got the Saturday storms rolling. The big car shows next month. Hey, Yohel, what's up, buddy? I texted you last night. I'm not text a lot. Hey, if you're on the cruise, you got to download the app. Don't forget. That's going to be how we communicate. Oh, drinking. It's Princess Cup kind of day. I still haven't whipped out. See, Julie does the dishes, and I forget. I just grab the same coffee cup every day that I used yesterday, and I forget to grab the new one. So we'll try to catch up. All right, so there's that. I want to talk about hurricanes in a second. Let's get through what's up there, James. Hey, James, guess what? Emily, 3 weeks into her broken pinky toe, and she practiced last night, and she didn't miss a lick, man. She looked awesome. So good news, man. She looks like she's going to play when we get back from our cruise. So been a painful 2 weeks watching our Eastlake High School softball team play and us all sitting on the sideline. But we've been there. She's been the biggest cheerleader, and it's kind of a, it was a good little gut-wrenching experience, getting something taken away you can't control, and I think it motivated her to know that she loves to play ball. So, yeah. All right. So let's talk about next week, and then I really want to talk about hurricanes. So this is something I shared our Brew crew earlier. Not all of our Brew crew comes in here, so I consider the chat the second most important thing. I mean, we have supporters that I really appreciate. So if you are a Brew crew member, thank you. You might hear Reed Timmer. He's always talking about being a subscriber. We have subscribers. We're basically crowdfunding. We have a few great sponsors, but mainly people fund this, and I just renewed all my domains yesterday for our servers. We got the Tim the Toolman Taylor servers rocking with double CPUs and dedicated IPs. Last year was awesome. So, and we pay a lot of money on SSLs and security because we're always getting attacked because we have such a high traffic website. So all that stuff helps out, and it enables me to do what I love to do, and that's talk about weather 24/7. Because you have to talk about weather 24/7 if you're going to understand what's happening in the world as we know it. You can't take a day off from weather. I promise I'll even be posted next week during the cruise because I can't take a day off. All right. So the big story is this. So we got a Pacific storm out there now, and we got another BOGO front setting up. Now, let's set this up real quick. So now we're going to talk about the potential nor'easter and a big cold front coming to the south next week. This is Sunday. You can start to see it setting up here. This is Sunday. Here it is, right here. Boom, boom, boom. Now, this has been on the radar for a while. The big question that's starting to really come to play is this low setting up and curving classic nor'easter style. So it still appears that we're going to see somebody up in the Northeast get a pretty good windy storm out of this thing. Here's a line of rain on Monday. I talked about our cruise forecast. I think that we will be launching either at the beginning of the front, meaning rain behind us, and we're going to be boot scooting boogie south to miss it. It's going to be behind us. There will be some incoming winds, as there always is, so it could be a little rocky, maybe leaving. The good news is it'll be hot on Monday. That'll be, if you're checking in early, Monday is in the upper 80s, so you're going to enjoy that heat. It might be the only day that's hot on the cruise. So, little hint: get your pooling in Monday, because unfortunately it looks like Tuesday or Wednesday we could have a little bit of rain. The good news is on the Euro. Now here we go. Look at the Euro. This is next Tuesday morning. We have a 975 low pressure system right off the coast of Boston. And this is classic nor'easter style setup here where you get these spiraling counterclockwise winds pulling in cold attic air, and we get snow. Lots of wind, lots of beach action here in the Northeast. A classic nor'easter if it sets up. Low pressure, 975. Here's our frontal line that I'm watching down south. So this is what we got. Cold air coming down. This is Tuesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday will be very windy in the south. Cold air is going to be coming in. We got Wednesday, Thursday morning in the south. Cool, 30s into Florida. Looks like on Thursday morning. And it'll warm up quick because the Gulf waters are hot. And that helps warm things up fast. So as far as the Euro goes, it's showing this for Tuesday morning. And it kind of clears it out for our cruise at least into Thursday. Maybe a little lingering Wednesday. But we want this sucker to get on out of here for Coco Cay. Here's Thursday. Beautiful day. Setting up for Thursday. Not a cloud in the sky. High pressure locked over us on Thursday. So far, so good. Thursday looks phenomenal. Little iffy on Wednesday. Tuesday looks like maybe some rain. But this nor'easter is pretty interesting. So, again, this is cold front number 2. We got people watching it along the upper Gulf. It doesn't look like it's really going to impact anybody west of Louisiana, but we could definitely have rain on Sunday all across the East Coast here as this thing starts to kick in. So any plans across the eastern seaboard, mid-Atlantic, Monday we're definitely looking at, or Sunday we're definitely looking at potential rains over the latter part of the weekend as this thing sets up. So this is front number 2. Big winds again for Bermuda as this thing whips around. That's that. Let's look at the GFS. GFS is similar. Let's go back to Sunday here's Sunday right here. Boom, Sunday. Later Sunday right here. So here's later Sunday. So Saturday looks all right. It's just later Sunday. This thing's going to be setting up along the East Coast down into Florida. Here it comes through. This is Monday. Here is 1,000 or 992. So it's curving up just like the Euro. We're doing that classic nor'easter hook back up north a little bit. And that could bring some big snow for areas that haven't had snow all year long. 992, obviously a lot less wind impact as the Euro. But here's Tuesday. So again, leaving our ship, it's going to be close. We're going to be somewhere here, hopefully ahead of this thing. And, the only thing I'm watching now is the GFS is showing some more moisture that ain't really showing up on the Euro. So I'm not going to be worried about that yet. It's kind of a blob over here. With the GFS is not a good model, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Even the Euro ensembles here are supporting everything to be out of here for Thursday. So almost no chance of rain on Thursday on the Euro ensembles, which is good. Mainly, like I said, mainly it's Tuesday, maybe a little lingering Wednesday. All right, cold air is coming. Let's take a look at that, and then we're going to talk hurricanes. Sneak peek for the diehards that stuck around. That way I don't feel like I'm giving away anything extra. But cold air. Let's take a look at that. Why is this not showing anything cold air? Well, let's just look at a blend of models. That's pretty much the best thing you could do at this point. So blend of models, temperature-wise, we can look at the southeast, and you'll see that our daily lows are going to be inching in. All right, so here's Monday. There's your blue line, 50-degree line. Still lows of upper 60s across Florida on Monday. Get into Tuesday, and boom, there's our cold front. So there's our initial line of cold with 50s, 40s in the upper Gulf. Wednesday's even a little cooler with 39, possibly in Gainesville, Tallahassee, 40, 30s way into South Georgia. This is Wednesday morning. And then Thursday, it's about the same. So Wednesday, Thursday, about the same. The coldest day for Peninsula North is definitely Wednesday. That's the mountains. And then a slight warm-up. So it warms up quick. There's your So, and then high temperatures, tough to tell, but high temperatures on Tuesday, 70s, 80s down south, uppers, 70s and 60s across Wednesday, Thursday, back to upper 70s, which means that would equate to the same here for the Bahamas. So we might be inching close to 80 in the Bahamas. So that's that, right? Let's talk about snowfall real quick, and then I'm going to go into hurricane chit-chat. Because I got a buddy going up there, and we've been teasing North Carolina snow. And let's just see if there's any chances that upper elevations could see any of that. So if you're wondering what that noise is in the background, it's a little hunter just snoring his little heart out. So Monday would be the day. Oh man, it's still hitting a little bit, just a little bit of chances. Not as much as I'd get too excited. I would not make a trip just to go see it. This is just for folks that are going, that might get a little excited if we see some. So here's Sunday into Monday on the east side. It's always been showing up on that east side. It's interesting. And a little bit Monday morning. So there is slight chances that we could see some wintry precipitation across the mountains Sunday, Monday. So it's hit or miss. The upper elevations for sure. I would say yes. All right, so let's close that out. Let's talk about what happened yesterday. Let's go to Twitter. Let's show you the El Nino thing. This was kind of everybody buzzing yesterday. Here it is. All right, let's slow down a little bit. That's a one big ass run-on sentence. Perfect day at Coco Cay. Yo, hell, I heard you got the special treatment and you're in the Shelley suite. We're gonna hopefully we get both of our cabanas next to each other, or we're gonna do we're gonna do a spitball fight. You're gonna read a book at the Coco Cay. I'm not gonna read. That'd put me to sleep. Oh my God, Kyle Weatherman, what's up, buddy? My NASCAR friend. I saw you. I've tagged Kyle Weatherman because you got the perfect name if I was a NASCAR, buddy. Weatherman. So we got a NASCAR driver in the chat. What's up, buddy? We normally get a lot of people. We do a lot of tropics talks, Kyle. We got millions of followers, but this time of year is pretty slow. Nobody likes to talk about blue sky. All right, so hurricanes. So this came out yesterday. So everybody's hyping this up. I get it. Okay, so El Nino, La Nina, neutral, Enzo, all that stuff. A lot of it is a bigger deal than hurricane season. A lot of this depicts weather, stormier winter seasons. Like leading into next winter, we could have more of a stormy winter season because it's all jet stream related. But as far as hurricanes go, there's a lot of chit chat that over the years when we've had El Nino, we've had a slower hurricane season. True, number wise, yes, but it's deceiving. There is a page here on my presentation. If you're going on the cruise, this is one of 55. But anyway, I like to show it. So when they measure a part of the Pacific, basically is this is the area of the Pacific that they measure. And if it's cooler than normal, we get blue numbers, meaning it's half a degree below normal. If it's red, it's above normal, and that's El Nino. So we've just left a 3-year La Nina. Now we're entering El Nino, which means supposedly that we're going to have more hurricanes in the Pacific, less in the Atlantic, because we have a lot of wind shear. The way that this setup is, it creates a lot of Caribbean wind shear. So, yes, it does help shut down the Caribbean. It does help prevent systems from Cape Verde, the African systems that we watch. Irma, for example, was a La Nina year, meaning less wind shear, and it came across the Atlantic, and obviously we know Irma. Now, what I always point out Not being a hypist at all. Trust me. But Michael and Florence were in El Nino years. And this is August, September, October, November. This is the numbers here are the months. So we don't care about June and July, really. We just care about, oh, there we go again. Every time I close that. August, September, October, November. So as you can see, Michael and Florence were in, fairly neutral El Nino conditions. So we know what that was about. Now, Florence came across a weird pattern across the northern Atlantic, kind of missing some of this wind shear, right? Kind of came in at a weird angle, right? And it ended up going into the Carolinas. So that, can happen. And, of course, Michael formed last second, 3 days out, was a tropical storm, and it really magnified. So things I'm looking at is that also 2004 was a very pronounced El Nino year, and we had 4 hurricanes in Florida that year. What the heck is she talking about? Hold on a second. Julie's texting me. What account number? What the hell are you talking about? I think she's at my bank. I gotta give her something. Oh, I messed up. Oh, I typed the wrong number in. Hold on, honey. Sorry, Julie. I know she's not watching me. All right, there we go. It's nice when Julie's off now. I have her doing stuff. She's my little personal secretary. Thank you, Julie. All right, I gave her the wrong account number. That commercial interruption was brought to you by Dumb Husband. You wrote down the wrong account number. All right, so Florida, so I agree that we probably see less named storms with La Nina. That is the main talking point that the media all talks about. Lower hurricane season. But again, it only takes one. Every season we have that one storm or maybe 2. Ida, Ian, Harvey. Every year, it's just that one. So that being said, here is another forecast. This was put out by my buddy Eric Burris. I shared this. He did very amazing last year in 2022. His hurricane outlook came true. So I'm giving him props on 2022's outlook. His 2023 outlook just came out. Julie, don't you know I'm working? Cheese and crackers, man. I'm gonna embarrass her now. Text away. So we'll see if his forecast pans out. What is fascinating to me is that a lot of his forecast is based on the LRC. Gentleman named Gary Lazarick, I think. It's the recurring cycle model. And I've been really reading a lot of it. It's very fascinating. And, it's just another tool out there, but this LRC is starting to pick up on repeating weather patterns that repeat themselves. And Gary, on his LRC, basically predicting Ian back in November of 2021, was predicting some sort of a storm here in the white. And then on March of 22, he tweaked it a little bit. March 23rd, 22, March of all time, predicted that we could see some sort of a system here based on a recurring cycle. Whether or not it's true or not, I don't know. But if he got lucky, they got lucky. But we'll see. But that's one forecast that's come out. There's another website, Tropical Storm Risk. They quoted saying they're going to see a 15% below normal season. So, but 2 points I just wanted to bring out. One, don't fall into the, oh my gosh, goodness, we're in an El Nino, we're going to have a dead hurricane season. We might have less numbers, doesn't mean anything. Because it only takes one. 2021, or 2021 we had 21 storms, I think. And Ida was really the only one that stood out. And it was the third most active season. So numbers don't mean anything anymore. And I'm not, Gulf temperatures are incredibly warm. Again, I'm not hyping anything. Sometimes I feel like I'm people think I'm hyping, but I'm not. Gulf temperatures here, Bay News 9. We love Mike Clay and his graphics. We're inching up to 80 degrees in the Keys. That's way above normal. So we'll see how that all pans out. We have anomaly maps here showing the Gulf's, 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 degrees Celsius above normal right now. So, we'll see. Hot water is one ingredient of needing hurricanes. And like I said, this is an anomaly map here. And I'm telling you, this is hot. Now, next week, hopefully it cools things down a little bit. We got this big cold front coming down. But as far as anomalies go, we're 7 degrees, 6, 7, 8, coastal 8 degrees, 9, almost 10 degrees below normal here in Clearwater Beach, St. Petersburg. 9 degrees warmer than normal. Everything's normal, above normal. This is based on what it normally should be this time of the year. They base it on like a 30-year average or something like that. So, we'll see. I don't know. There's that big warm Gulf Stream. Hey, we haven't looked at our Gulf Stream map in a while. This is our Gulf Stream. I love this map. No school. Kind of gives you an idea where the Gulf Stream's at. We got a loop eddy. This is a loop current, but then we got a loop eddy getting ready to break off. We can watch this being born over the year. So this will end up being a loop eddy. And these little guys break off, and they travel 1 to 3 miles a day. And they can extend down thousands of feet. This is extra warm water. And this definitely helps fuel systems later in the season when they need fuel. Storms naturally uprise, and when they uprise cooler water, it helps choke off hurricanes and weaken them. But when hurricanes have this endless flow of warm water, like Ida did, and Ian did, and Katrina did, all these storms, Harvey, they can maintain intensity and grow in intensity. But right now, ocean heat content is extremely low as expected. It takes a long time for this water to develop deep below the surface. So right now, we don't have a lot of heat out there. But there has been hurricanes outside of the season. So, the GFS was showing some sneaky, weird little setup. Let's go to tropical tidbits here. And take a look at the Caribbean. It was showing something sneaky, trying to maybe form, but it was an anomaly for sure. It was from an old front. See, here it is right here. This is what we don't want to see on the cruise, but it was showing this tail end of a front. And this is generally what happens. You get leftover tails that are low pressure areas to begin with, and they get spinning. So tails of old fronts sometimes can develop, but GFS, as we know, has been terrible this year. So we're not going with the euro, especially since we have selfish reasons. Now here's the euro. Going 9.74 as this thing hooks back up into the New England. Timing on this would be Tuesday into Wednesday as this thing potentially becomes a nor'easter and gets on out of here. So that's our goal right here, is to have this when we wake up Thursday morning, nothing but blue sky. And I think we will. That's it. Let's look at some snowfall real quick for the Northeast and call it a day. It's been a great little show. Oh, Vicky Hill, thank you. Tails of fronts can make spinach. Oh my God, Bill, that's an interesting question. I don't know if it's ever happened. Gary Lizak. There you go, buddy. Thank you, John. I'm just learning. Lizak. Thank you for that. I mean, seriously, I'm just really beginning to understand. I didn't even know. I thought it was long range cycle. I mean, I hear Eric talk about it all the time, but then I realize there's a whole books and study about it, and it's the recurring cycle, the Lezak recurring cycle. Rose, good morning. Thank you. Myrtha, what's up? Ryan Anderson, how's it going? Are you the Tampa guy? Cool. Loretta Reed, good morning to you. Ha ha ha. Felice says it's warm in South Florida. I agree. What's up, Mr. Dale Keinberg? How you been, buddy? They just opened up that Chuck Lager place, I heard, and we're going to check it out. Hey, Alicia's got a Furman generator. You rock, girl. Did you get your MWP swag? You got to make sure when you buy a Furman that you let them know you're MWP, and they will send a little bit of swag bag to you, which is awesome. Tom Baffett, you got me right. Yep, we talked about Lezak. Okay, now I'll never mess it up again, but I do mess up names a lot. So, John, he does. Okay, yeah, I think he's pretty smart. Hey, just look at that graphic with what was it? Charlie and was it Gene? I don't know. 40 some days apart, the exact same location. So weather repeats itself, maybe. Oh, you didn't? You sent an email about it, Alicia. Hey, we'll talk to Mr. Sutton about that. They're busy out there. Oh, anyways, all right. So that's that. Let's just real fun. Pop in real quick and see what kind of potential snow setting up on the Euro and GFS for the New England area. Because if it ends up happening, then they might get some snow up there. So, according to the Euro, Long Island, 11 to 7 inches, 17, 16 coastal. That's a lot of snow through midweek next week. That's the Euro. GFS is loading and kind of the same a little bit. Not so much down in the, New York, but it's definitely setting up for a nor'easter. So, and they happen in the Northeast. You imagine that? I lost my sunglasses the other day on the boat. I gotta go to Walmart. I'm glad I buy $10 sunglasses. All right, so there's holy cow. This is our 975 low next Tuesday morning. We could have some incredible winds rolling into Boston. 65 mile an hour, 67, 68, 70 mile an hour. Boston. If that Euro verifies. Incredible, right? That would be next Tuesday morning. GFS is a little less aggressive. Still, though, 40s. So, I mean, you got two models. It's going to get windy up there. Windy out with a pocket car. Hey, Lillian, no code. Yeah, if you use the link, there you go, Shelly. There's a link on the website. And it should, when you go to checkout, it'll automatically apply the 30% off and free shipping. $5 Walmart glasses. Katie, rain totals. Danielle, next front 18. Deanna, Messenger. It is a wind event. Are you talking about up north? Heck yeah, it is. 70, 60, 70, 80. Crazy, right? So yeah, California, huge rain, huge snow. Let's go to Twitter real quick. I might be able to pick up on what they're talking about because I've been seeing a lot of chatter on it out west, and you know, there's another one coming Monday or next Wednesday. There's Mike's Twitter page, but I don't know. Well, we can look real quick since you asked, because you asked so nicely. Let's look at NWS forecast for California and just see what they show for rainfall. Now remember, some of this is a mixture of snow, so it's tricky. But as far as today goes, this is all snow, higher elevations. But there's your heavy rain here, middle part of California. But we got anything white is 7, 8, 9, 10 inches of rain along the coast here. And of course, snowfall is incredible. We're talking like 60 inches plus in snow. They got so many stories, people getting trapped out there in the mountains. But that's 60, 70 inches of snow. They're showing a peak snow of 131 inches. That's 10 feet of snow one of these mountaintops is going to get. You're 10 feet closer to Starlinks. Hey, we got a new Cat 1 supporter on YouTube. Peace of Mind 14. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Being part of our little crew. Here's what it looks like going on right now. Ugh, it's got a little stomach. Let's go to Weather Nerds, take a look at out west, and kind of see what it looks like. Oh, goodness gracious, I always mess that up. North Pacific. And this is kind of it. I mean, you put it in motion. There's our low. So our low is way up here, but it helps drive in all these rains. They call this atmospheric river. Here's Canada. Hawaii. Look at this moisture feeding in. So that's the Pineapple Express, choo-choo, or atmospheric river. Take your pick. But all that moisture is pounding California, and it is going to bring a lot of moisture with another round coming next week, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. So fascinating, right? I am just a self-taught redneck storm chaser. Lori Rye, hey, have fun out. Oh, thank you. We'll be on the water thinking of you guys in Bermuda. You got a lot of wind coming again. This secondary storm is going to whip in there and get you some wind. Let's take a look at our friend Lori here in Bermuda. I'm wearing some Bermuda shorts. So you're just getting the end of that one. Here comes front number 1. Yucky day for you the weekend. Look at that. Heavy winds. This is you guys right here. And then that's going to clear on out of here Sunday night. And then here comes the second front. And I don't know if this one's going to get you as much because it's going to pull out of here a little more to the north. But if you did get some winds, this would be Wednesday next week. So our worst day on the cruise is definitely Tuesday as far as rain goes and maybe some wind. Thursday looks great. So we're cheering for that Euro. I don't see a lot of wind down there. That's good. So, God, it'd suck if they couldn't even dock. But anyway. All right. Well, things are good. Got a big day ahead, and we will not be live next week. We will be back the following Monday as we inch closer to hurricane season. We got a couple expos coming up here locally. We got our Oldsmar Hurricane Expo May the 6th, Saturday, 10 to noon. So if you live in the upper Pinellas County area, Pasco, Hillsboro, come say hi. We're giving away a free Furman generator Saturday, May 6th. I'm also doing the one at Madeira Beach, which is great for the folks living along Pinellas coast there. April 22nd. That's a Saturday also, 10 to noon. So we got April 22nd. And May the 6th, Hurricane Expos coming up. Fun about that. All right. Well, we'll be in touch. Just no lives, but I'll be posting as normal. You won't even know that we're gone. So everybody have a great weekend. If you live in Florida, make sure you stop by your local ABC Fine Wine Spirits. Enjoy the weekend. And cheers. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.